Okay, this is another problem we're going to use a Venn diagram to solve. They're going to ask us a bunch of questions based on this information. So they surveyed 260 people. 127 said they had a convertible. 120 said they had a TV. 110 said they owned a store. 15 said they had a car and a store. 46 they had a store and a TV. 61 said they had a car and a TV. And 7 said they had all three. So the first thing is try to figure out this Venn and fill in every little section with a number. So the easiest thing to do, or where you got to start, is where all three overlap. 7 people had all three, so that's this section right here where all three circles overlap. Then we got to try to go outward from there. So let's try to figure out this right here. So this football shape here is where the car and the TV overlap, right? So car and TV, there's 61 people, 7 of them are there. So this is going to be 61 minus 7, so I think that's 54, because these two have to add up to 61. Let's figure out this football shape here. This is where car and store overlap. So car and store is the 15. 7 of them are there, so this has to be an 8 because 8 plus 7 is 15. Let's figure out this football here. This is where store and TV overlap. Store and TV is 46. 7 of them are there, so 46 minus 7 is 39. Oh, we're getting there. Now we got to figure out these three sections. Well, let's see. They told us that 127 of them had a car. So we have 8, 7, and 54 with cars. So for this section, we have to do the 127 minus the 8 minus the 7 minus the 54 to get what's left. And when you do that, I think you get a 58. Okay, same thing with the TV. 120 had TVs, so we have to do 120 minus the 54 minus the 7 minus the 39. And I think that gives you a 20. And same thing down here, let's see. 110 had a store, so you got to do 110 minus the 8 minus the 7 minus the 39, and I think you get a 56. Okay? But we're not done, because there's some people that have nothing, right? So we put that square around this. So there's a number out here. So there was 260 people surveyed. So we got to take that 260 minus the 58, minus the 8, minus the 7, minus the 54, minus the 39, minus the 20, minus the 56, minus all those numbers. And when you do that on your calculator, I think you get an 18. So there. Now we have the Venn. So now they're going to start asking us questions. So the first question is, how many people owned nothing? Nothing of these three. Well, we figured that out. That's the 18 that's sitting out there by itself, right? Those are the people that own nothing. Part B said, how many owned car and TV, but not a store? They owned a car and a TV, but not a store. So car and TV overlap is this football, but there's 7 of them had a store. So I think what's left is just that 54, right? Okay, how about part C? How many owned car or TV? Car or TV. So let's see, what's that going to be? That's going to be car or TV. So it's going to be all the numbers that are within the car and TV circles. So it would be just the 58 plus the 8 plus the 7 plus the 54 plus the 39 plus the 20. So there's a lot of numbers to add up on your calculator. So I think when I do that, I get a 186, right? So I think that's the answer for that one. Let's see. Part D says, how many have exactly one type? So they only have a car, they only have a TV, they don't have a store, they don't have 2 or 3 or none. So how many have just one type? Well, I think you would just have to add these numbers that are sitting alone in the circles, right? Like these people only own a car. these people only own a TV, and these people only own a store. So when you add those up, I think I get a 134. Okay. Part E says, how about they own at least one type. So at least one type. At the least they can own is one type. So, basically, I think that's just going to be all of these numbers in the middle, right? It's going to be, 58 own a car, so they have at least one. But then there's the 8 and the 7 and the 54 that have the store or TV too, right? So basically, at least one type, what you got to do is take all the people minus the 18 that had nothing, right? Because everybody else has at least one type. And I think if you do that on the calculator, you get 242. If you sat there on your calculator and did 58 plus 8 plus 7 plus 54 plus 39 plus 20 plus 56, guess what, you guys? You're going to get 242. But it makes sense to take all the people minus the 18 that had nothing, right? Okay, and part F finally, TV or store, but not a car. A TV or a store, so it's these two circles, but not a car. So you don't want any of the numbers that are in the card section. So I think what you would have to do is just add these three numbers right here, right? They're in the TV and the store circles, but not in the car circles. So it'd be 20 plus 39 plus 56, and you get a 115. So the key to this problem is to draw that Venn accurately, make sure you don't make any mistakes, and then start going through the questions one by one and interpreting what they want. So I hope that helps. Good luck.